And this is another one of those gravity feed chutes that we set up at the bottom of the stroke there. That LACTA, that's called a mine safety lamp. And people ask us if there's any gases down on the mines here. We don't have any methane, no explosive gases like they have in the coal mines, but we do have a condition down here called bad air or dead air, and it is carbon dioxide. And when the barometric pressure is really low with that carbon dioxide, it comes into the mine and it replaces the oxygen in the air, and it's heavier than oxygen, so it fills up the mine just like filling with water. And so you keep this lamp with you all the time, and you keep it down low like that. And as long as that flame is burning, why things are good down here. But if you ever come around here and see that flame out, it's time to get out of the mine. And so this took the place of the canary. They used to bring a canary down a little bird cage, and when that canary keeled over, it was time to leave the mine. And so they were hard on donkeys and canaries back in those days. But we do have a lot of respect for that bad air. If you walk into a heavy dose of that, there is no oxygen and you're dead in just a few short minutes. So we don't mess with that bad air. It is bad news. And if you take a, what is your first name?
Jessica.
Jessica, let's take a look back here. You have a 1 in 4 chance of getting this right, okay? So on the compass, what direction is that? Do you have any idea what direction that might be? Just short, I guess.
So.
It's west, so that's all right. Most people say north, but it's a due west.
East, south, west, north. I said like, circle it.
Amazon. It's called a water logger. You can take it, I take it to the pool all the time.
And your lunch goes over the pail over there, so a fly can, and sometimes we'll blast it noon instead of the end of the day. And so we'll go out here to the hog guy and we'll eat our lunch and count the shots as they're going off. So this is the original Hard Rock Cafe here. And when we do blast at noon, there's a lot of dust and powder smoke in there. And so this is part of our ventilation system here. It's called an airbag or a vent bag. We attach that to the fan over here. And that fan, it picks up the fresh air from the main shaft and it rolls it through that airbag back into the heading, and it clears up all of that dust and powder smoke so you go back to work. And this originally was part of the stall for the donkeys where they kept the donkeys down here. But if you want a shot of that hog eye, well, this is the best angle right over here.
Ow. We just bumped it. We bumped it.
It'd be like that. It's fine. Huh?
Stand right there.
Oh. You try to smile with the mask on?
I know.
This is our bell system here. This is
It's really
how
cool.
we keep the hoisting up on top, going down the shaft. And they make this fairly standard in all the hard rock mines around the western United States, because if you're like Nick, Nick was a tramp miner, and he worked at a lot of different mines, and if they would have had a different bell system on every mine, it would have been really confusing, and so they didn't make it the same. But to get from the surface down to this 1,000-foot level, we gave the hoistman 2-5-3-2. 2-5 is the 10th level, the 1,000-foot level. 3 bells is men on or people on, and then 2 bells is lower. And then say if you want to go from this level back up to the 700-foot level, you give the hoistman a 2-2-3-1. 2-2 is 7th level, 3 bells, men on, and 1 bell is hoist. And he would take us back up to 700 and drop us off up there. And to go out to the mine today here on the Molly, what we give the hoistman is just a little simple 3-1, which is men on and hoist, and that means we want to go all the way through to the top. So Colin, come on over, get a picture taken. I'll show you what to do here. Hand her your gold award, or give it to me, or yeah, there you go. Okay, turn around, look at the camera, and stand right over here by me. Whoops, the other way. Come on, you're in front of the sign. That's the important thing. So go ahead. You ready now? All right, look at the camera, and then just pull down pretty hard, pretty hard. Well, you got to do better than that. Well, that's all right. This thing is not your fault.
Oh, there he goes.
It's kind of like the Morse code, but here's the 3-1 to get us out of here. So here is, like I said, this thing is just not working today. Something like that. Anyway, this is a display bell. He has that same bell up in the hoist room. And so, Shane, come on, get your picture. You might as well. Just kind of, you don't want to do it?
You can just stand there.
Yeah, you just stand there. You don't have to pull. Okay, that's all right. And this is one way you never want to leave the mine, is in one of those. That's a mine rescue basket, a Stokes basket. And if you get hurt down here, they'll strap you in there. And in some cases, in a small mine or a very small shaft, where you go up the shaft and that thing vertically, they'll hang that off of the bottom of the oar skip or off the bottom of the cage. You can see that little hook there on the bottom of the cage, that clevis, and they'll hang it off of that clevis, and then you go up the shaft vertically. And if it comes off of that hook of that clevis, you come back down that shaft about 900 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to worry about being hurt anymore. You're done. We avoid those. And in ore mining, we do actually ride in the ore skip. You'll see it up on top there. It's in the head frame. Right now it's an oblong steel box, an orange box. It'll hold 3 or 4 tons of rock, so 3 or 4 of those ore cars there. When that ore skip gets up on top of the load of rock, it automatically dumps up there, and then it comes back down for another load. So when you're riding the ore skip at the end of the day, you want to make sure you give that hoistman the right signal, or he'll dump you out up there on top. And believe me, that has happened. You get dumped out of your head up there. I'm gonna go ahead, this tells you about how they get the gold out of the rock here, so this is the milling and the smelting process. And I'm kind of short on these, so I'm just gonna give one to each group here, but anyway, that whole paragraph there is dedicated to how they get the gold out of the rock here, so. It's the, yeah, the milling. And on their column, it
That
talks
one or that
about
one?
roasting. So you take that piece of gold ore that I gave you, and you put it in your mom's oven at home with a cake, and you heat it up to about 1800
Yeah.
degrees. You burn the cake and roast the gold out. Works like-
14,115 feet above, 1,000 feet below. Thank you.
All right.
Wink.
Now, let's see,
All the microwave, the radiation do it.
can you do this? Can you do this to this? Can you read number 5 on there, really loud, number 5, the whole thing, number 5? Number 5.
A hole in the ground,
Whoops, you forgot the first part.
gold mine, a hole in the ground owned by a bunch of liars.
Good.
Number 7 is what they're
Anybody want their photograph on the sign here before we get out?
That means he probably doesn't have gold ore.
Anybody want a photograph under the sign here? You want it? Okay, let me get this. Let me see your cell phone. Those are the fastest. That's what I like to take a picture of. So go ahead and stand under the sign over there. And then we'll get a quick shot of you here. There you go.
I still like them.
Oh yeah, and I don't know if you want to take your mask down or not. It's up to you. So
It's sign of the times.
looking this way now. Not so sad. There we go. We're gonna take 6 of these. So there you go.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay, you did good. You did good. Anyone else? Meredith, here we go. Yeah, come on over. Get under the sign.
Lead organization of rare of rich ore.
Angela, let's see that nice smile. There we go. Okay, perfect. There we go. Good job. That's really nice. Okay, good job. Okay, I think we took 6 or 7. Thank you.
Can we get, oh, yes,
Oh, there.
ink.
You wanna do it without the mask on?
There you go. Perfect. That's good. There, that is perfect.
I
I think we got, you got a check, but I think we did good. Okay, Kara, here we go. You want your mask on? All right, that's
That's
good.
fine.
All right. Good. Perfect.
Thank you so much.
You did good. We're all good?
Here, right there.
Ooh, here.
With the bell.
We're all
The
good?
bell.
All right, yeah, go ahead and get, yeah, get up there. All right, I'm gonna get the cage down here.
I'm not gonna do it. You're good. I got you. I got you.
We won't do anything drastic very quickly. I promise.
No, you're good.
I'm still confused about the whole.
Can I take a picture?
Oh, yeah, I'm
absolutely.
totally in the way.
Angela,
Yeah.
right over your head here, that's 1,000 feet of ladder, so if you wanna climb out of here.
It'll be fine.
Now we get to have family togetherness again.
Well, I guess.
Okay, so this is the top cage. Whoever was on the top
Oh,
cage.
we're on the bottom.
You wanna come around and,
First cage. We're on the
okay,
bottom.
you can come on over. That's all right, come on over. We'll stand over there. That's all right. Yeah, you're doing good.
Yes.
Very much, thank you. I appreciate that very
Sorry?
much.
I remember.
I was on the
top.
Were you the first one on or first?
Yeah.
There's 1,000 feet of ladder.
Yeah, so you're on the top. And we are bottom.
And we're bottom.
Yeah, you can go on over there. We're
Yeah, I'm
all
just
good.
gonna walk over here. Togetherness.
Hey, you did good. Now, as they say on the airlines, feel free to move about the cabin. 331 means race slowly and with great care. And we'll see you up on top in about 2 minutes. So. There we go. You can-
You guys were there, and then I was in front of you.
Oh yeah, here are the 3 gals to the back.
We got you. You got this. Ooh.
Family together.
It's okay.
Think small. We didn't gain weight
Oh yeah,
on the
we
way down here, did we?
yeah, somebody's high grading.
I can't move it.
3-1, we want to go up, we don't want to go down. We've already had our bath today, so A lot of people, they think this cage is moving pretty fast, but actually this is really slow. On some of the big mines like that Crescent mine my dad worked on, when the Crescent had a steam operated hoist on it, the muck skip will be able to go up down the shaft at a rate of 3,000 foot a minute, 6 times as fast. So that's what that haul the muck at. They would slow down for the miners because 3,000 foot a minute is really moving, and you'd end up losing your breakfast and getting the bends and all of that, so they'd slow down with the miners. But we're coming up on the 700 foot level here. They used to give tours on this level years ago. It used to be a 2-level tour back in the 1950s and 60s, but now the tour is all down on that 1,000 foot level. Yeah, right there is 700. The next level we'll see is 600. So like I say, the levels are roughly 100 feet apart here in the shaft. And this is really the best part of a miner's day after you've been down there for 8 hours to come up and see the daylight. So although in the winter time, sometimes you get down in the dark and come out in the dark and you don't see a whole lot of daylight. So, and they do work the mines 24/7. In the old days, it was 3 8-hour shifts, and now that new mine, they're working over there 3 or 4 days a week, 12 hours a day. And right behind you there, you'll see a red light, and that's the level of the town of Cripple Creek. Yeah, right there's the level of the town of Cripple Creek. Myself, I feel a heck of a lot safer 3,000 feet underground than I do in downtown Denver. So I'll stay down there. I like it underground. If you look out here, you can see the ladders. There's 1,000 feet of ladders, and there's a landing about every 20 feet, so you can stop and rest, but it's still a long climb up out of those ladders. There's the 200 foot level, so we'll see some daylight here in just a little bit. Let's hope it's not raining or snowing up here, but you never know. The weather's going to be light. That's why I like it underground.
It was snowing at Pike Peak.
Was it? Wow, really? Yeah, I can get it up there. We've had snow on the 4th of July. And all that stuff. Yep.